Earlier, I asked Sam Roberts if Anthony Cumia was banned from the Jim and Sam show, not just from the building. And Sam Roberts confirmed, yes, Anthony Cumia is banned from the show. And then I asked in that video if someone can go on Twitter and ask Anthony his opinions on it because, Trampa has me blocked. But, so Richie Ross did. And he puts, in passing, seems you've been banned off of the Jim and Sam show. What happened? Okay, just asking, not stirring the shit. You're great on the show, by the way. I don't kiss his ass, Richie. And then, Anthony puts, Sirius has its issues. No clue. I'd have loved to have been part of the show last night. Maybe it's the Opie lawsuit thing. Maybe it's an Artie/Howard thing. Who knows? It can't be the Opie law. Opie's not fucking suing Sirius XM. He's already admitted he hasn't sued them. He can't sue them. So it has nothing to do with, and another thing, what would Opie's lawsuit have to do with it not being allowed on Jim and Sam? The Opie lawsuit thing makes zero sense. Maybe it's an Artie Howard thing. That's fascinating. Cause like I said, the new recent attack against Opie from all the guys is none of us had a problem with Stern. It was all Opie. And I had given that pass to Jim because Jimmy never said one bad thing about Stern. But I did say, no, Anthony, you had just the biggest problem with Stern. Maybe not as big as Opie, but you did the impression and you talked your shit and there's plenty of times Opie didn't start shit with Stern and you did. What was it? Howard Stern invented MTV Unplugged at a merger or something. That was Anthony who started that off. And I always said, I bet you if you asked Howard Stern which one he hated more, Opie or Anthony, he would say Anthony. Because Anthony did the impression. Anthony was on his show. And now Anthony hired his co-host. So that's a possibility that it's over Artie and Howard. And Howard's like, you know what? This fucking guy wants to take my crumbs, leftovers from my shows and use them on his shows. I don't want him in the fucking building. Maybe. But then that also depends on how involved is Stern. Now, Artie does talk his shit about Stern on the AA show, so maybe. But then that would also involve Howard having to know any of it and caring enough. But we do know Stern likes to do stuff behind the scenes. Pretty fascinating. I'm still of the belief that perhaps it might be a negotiation thing, but Richie sort of got me wavering on that. I just honestly don't know. And I find it, because you know what and another reason why the Jim and Sam show stinks? If it was the Opie and Anthony show, they would have spent at least one episode just doing nothing but bitching about this thing. I'm surprised Jim didn't spend a whole show complaining about this, nor Sam. If this was the old show, remember, they used to bitch about Sirius XM and their dumb shit all the time. So now I know they did that thing on that one show, and Jimmy seemed kind of upset, but to never mention that, hey, Anthony Cumia is banned from the show, and nobody will tell us why exactly. The fact that they're not making more of a stink about that, I find to be very odd. The whole situation is very weird, because he was on the show. And he didn't do, as much as the guy does shit, he didn't do any specific thing to stop him from going on the show as far as I know. I don't know what their justification at Sirius could be for it, but the Howard Artie thing is interesting. Maybe, I don't know. What are your thoughts on the matter? Because Anthony says he has no clue.